Rosa Queen hair. What I'm rocking is their 250% deep curly wig. This unit did come constructed as a wig. It came with a lace frontal, obviously, 3 combs in the front, 1 comb in the back, and adjustable straps. I do have a tutorial on how I achieved this super dark black look. So I'm going to cut to the tutorial and then I'll be back with my final thoughts on this hair. So today's video comes courtesy of Rosa Queen hair. They sent over a beautiful wig. Before we get into that, they also sent over a free box of eyelashes that are actually pretty nice and full. They also sent over a brown 2-pack of wig caps, which will come in handy because I do use these. And then of course a pamphlet with all of their information in it as well. So this is the beautiful wig that they sent over. I am actually really in love with the way the curls are. So really quickly, this wig is 250% density, so it's nice and full. The texture is deep curly. Obviously it is a lace front wig and the length is 22 inches. There are 3 combs in the front, 2 in the back, as well as the adjustable straps. This is the amount of lace that you get. I believe this is 13 by 4. It looks pretty accurate. I did go ahead and bleach the knots and let the hair air dry already. So I'm going to show you how to take the hair from this nice natural brown to a beautiful jet black color. It's not going to be a huge difference, but it's going to be enough difference to make the hair pop. So what we're going to be using is some affordable hair dye. Feel free to use whatever hair dye that you want. These work just fine for me, and these are literally the cheapest I could find, and I never have any issues with them working. These are the Revlon Color Silk beautiful colors hair dye. They're ammonia free, and it says Revlon 3D technology, blah 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 blah. The color that I got is black. Usually I get blue black, but they didn't have any in stock, so I'm only gonna be using 2. You can get 3 or 4, how many ever you're gonna need, but 2 is all you need for this wig. I also have a handful of clips to separate the wig and a comb. So each box comes with your hair color, your developer, and then it also comes with a conditioner. So I'm going to combine the developer and the hair color. I'm going to let it sit on the hair for maybe about 20 to 30 minutes, and then once I rinse the hair out, or once I rinse the dye out, you don't need shampoo with this type of hair dye. So I'm just going to go ahead and put this conditioner in it and let it sit for about 5 to 10 minutes and then rinse. Each box also does come with a set of gloves. So if you don't have any or you don't want to use your own, feel free to use theirs. Then of course they have all of the instructions here in a few different languages. So now really quickly I'm going to detangle the hair just to make sure that it'll be easy to get through the hair. Since the wig is already made, I'm going to divide the hair into 4 different sections. That way I can make it through the hair and make sure that I get all throughout the hair. And these squeeze bottles are perfect because it's easy to just squirt the hair in. And you can take a brush and brush it through. Or you can just use your hands. Again, you want to get them really good at the ends. back is completely saturated. Since I got 2 boxes of dye, I kind of just planned it to use the first box for the back half and then the other box for the front. I'm going to twist it into a bun and let that process. And clip it so I don't accidentally re-dye it. So I set my timer for about 20 minutes and it went off like 10 minutes ago. So the hair has been processing for about 30 minutes all together, and then this is what it looks like. To be honest with this hair dye, this is pretty much the only black hair dye that I use, and I never have a problem with it not taking, no matter what the hair company is. I did get the hair or the dye in the lace, so that just comes with the territory. If you don't want it in the lace, then start the hair or start the dye a little bit further back so it doesn't touch the lace. But I'm going to rinse it out in some cold water, and then I'm going to apply that conditioner that I showed you guys a second ago. So this is pretty much all of the hair conditioner that came with those 2 packs. That's not enough for me, so I'm going to go ahead and take my Aussie Moist, which is a YouTube favorite among all the people who do hair reviews. So I'm just going to put a nice healthy amount of that in the hair. Now this looks like enough conditioner, so I'm going to work this in. So I'm going to let the conditioner sit in the hair for about 10 to 20 minutes, and I'll be back to show you guys the hair. So now I've rinsed out all that conditioner. I'm just going to towel dry it. You're just going to just wring it in a towel. So I'm going to put her on, and then I'll come back with my final thoughts on this hair. So as seen in the tutorial, I pretty much used a cheapy dye to achieve my black color. When you go with blondes and stuff like that, you probably want to use a more salon quality products. But when it comes to dark black hair, that's the one I've always used for years, and it takes pretty well and it holds to the hair pretty well. I only left it in for about 20 minutes and all the color processed, and again I only used 2 boxes of dye. I usually get that hair dye from Target, and it's like under $5 a box. I want to say it's like $3.50 or something affordable like that. It might even be cheaper at Walmart, but it definitely does the trick. The hair itself, usually when I rinse out hair dye, I can see, like as I'm finger combing the hair dye out, if the hair is going to tangle a lot or not, and I really didn't have that problem. I did use the gloves that came with the dye, and the only thing I hate about those gloves is that they don't stick to your hands. They're very loose. So I did get some dye in my hands, which I'll be able to get out with no problem, but that is why I usually will buy my own gloves so they can fit my hands much better. After I went ahead and rinsed the conditioner out, I just immediately applied an elastic band and made some baby hair. So again, this wig is 250% density, and the hairline does not come pre-plucked. You can go ahead and tweeze it out, which wouldn't be a problem, but I kind of wanted to show you guys what the hairline looked like on its own. So I did just pull out a little bit of the baby hair that it came with. cut it down a little bit and made a little bit of baby hair with my edge control, just so you can see how nice it can look. But of course it's going to look even better once I have the time to tweeze out some of the hairline and make a natural hairline. My only issue with this wig, when I was rinsing out the conditioner, I think I mentioned that the hairline or the lace closure looked to be about 13 by 4. Well, I think it's probably about 13 by 3, maybe 13 by 2. It is a little bit shorter. I'd say 13 by 3. So it's a little bit shorter than it would be if you bought a lace frontal or lace closure and you applied it to the wig, which is fine for the sake of, you know, just doing simple hairstyles like this. But if you like a lot of party space like I typically do, that is the only con to this unit. As far as the rest of the hair, it's beginning to dry and it's drying pretty nice. I did add 2 pumps of my Giovanni moisturizing conditioner, just because no matter how nice the hair is, it's even nicer when you add product, especially if you live somewhere where it may be misty or cold or humid, which is starting to get a little bit humid in LA. So I wanted to make sure that when it dries, it doesn't dry like frizzy or anything, but it really didn't need the product. The hair again is 22 inches long, and it does appear to be true to length. Let me show you guys what the hair looks like from the back. This is kind of a close-up of what the hairline looks like. Again, I did bleach the knots before I came on camera. And this is what the texture of the hair looks like. Super duper pretty. So thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to check out the link to this hair in the description bar. Also, don't forget to subscribe and share this video with your friends. And I'll see you in the next one.